Hiya, folks. Sandro here once again, and we have more animation news. If you've seen the last video, you already knew this one was coming. Beavis and Butt-Head Revival gets 2-season order at Comedy Central. So yeah, title says it all right there. Let's read a little bit about it though. Actually, let's read that. Oh, I almost forgot. This is from ScreenRant.com, and the article is by Abdullah Al Godmi. Ghamdi. I can't pronounce that guy's name. Anyway, the classic MTV series Beavis and Butt-Head is being revived at Comedy Central as the network looks to build up its slate of animated content. Yeah, so I watched a whole bunch of Beavis and Butt-Head when I was a kid. They have some very funny voices. They're always like, butt munch, and shit like that. Yeah, the characters just look funny. Just look at these two. Freaking hilarious. Yeah, it was a good show. Definitely something you'd put on anytime you're at a friend's house or something. You would put it. You would be flipping the channels, and someone would be like, "Oh, we got to watch these two," you know. So yeah, I always had a good time with Beavis and Butthead. Now that I'm an adult though, does it hold up as as good as some of the other kind of like Family Guy, American Dad, Simpsons? Does it hold up? Not only does it hold up, can they recapture the lightning in a bottle from all those years ago? How old was this? The original Beavis and Butthead premiered on MTV in 1993. So it was. This show came out the same year I was born, so this is 27 years old, and it ran for 4 seasons basically, or it ran for 4 years until 1997. Thanks to its satirical aspects, which often included scathing social commentary, the animated comedy was a hit with audiences. And I think it was the main characters that really just brought it home. Like these two catch your eye. The moment you look at them, you're like, I know who they are. So yeah, that's probably why it was such a success compared to a lot of other shows. Like I just saw this show called Central Park. Watched the first couple episodes. It's very forgettable. Like I'm gonna be real. Like if you ask me, hey, do you recognize these characters? I'd be like, isn't that Bob's Burgers or something? You know what I mean? Like Beavis and Butthead stand out in a crowd where it's like a lot of the shows coming out today, just like I just mentioned, Central Park just like falls to the wayside. I won't remember that show a few years from now, probably. But yeah, let's keep going here. So, initially conceived as part of a short film, Beavis and Butthead would spawn a successful movie and a spin-off titled Daria. And yeah, I just made a show about this. They're making a spin-off of Daria. What was that? Hold on, I have it. Where's that video? Yeah, I made a video. It's they basically are gonna be doing a spin-off of some character. I think her name was like Jennifer or something. If this thing wants to flip and load. Oh yeah. Here we go. What was that? Come on. Yeah, sorry. Oh, here we go. It was who in the world that was the video I made recently. Who in the world asked for a Darius spinoff? Jody, that was her name. Yeah, so there's if you guys want to know more about that Daria spinoff, there I am looking stunned at who in the world asked for a Daria spinoff? Daria, whatever. And it's called Jody. It's a black female protagonist, and I think it was like they're gonna focus on like the workplace and social justice bullshit and all this crap. Probably not gonna be a great show. Let's be real. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, back to the article really quick. At the height of the show's popularity, Beavis and Butthead led to a Marvel Comics hit. Really? Marvel Comics had a Beavis? Okay, that's weird. Which ran for several years. Wow. That'd be weird if the comic ran for longer than the actual TV show. um, but yeah, so Daria was a spin-off of this. And yeah. And okay, there's a whole. This is a long. Oh no, it's not. Okay, there's not that much more. I'll keep going. Beavis and Butthead revolved around the two moronic teenagers that give the show its name, both voiced by the series creator Mike Judge. Beavis and Butthead are far removed from the kind of protagonists that are typically cool or otherwise relatable. Yeah, they're sort of relatable though. I don't know. Two guys on the couch hanging out. Sounds relatable to me. um, yeah. Barely literate and lacking social skills. I don't know. This feel modern day, especially with the virus right now. Everyone's kind of lacking the social skills. I don't know. This seems relatable. Maybe that's why it was the perfect time to do a revival, huh? And the duo was depicted as juvenile and eager to be associated with anything related to violence and sex, despite their general inexperience. With this simple setup featuring two lead characters that appeared to have little empathy, Beavis and Butthead would examine issues like workers' rights and skewer media trends. Not without controversy, Beavis and Butthead has been regarded as a highly influential series with Trey Parker, which is the creators of South Park there, and hold on, Trey Parker and Matt Stone citing it as an influence for South Park. Really, eh? So Beavis and Butthead influence for South Park. I did not know that. Okay, very interesting. Now, decades after it ended its original run, Beavis and Butthead are being revived by the same network that airs South Park. Hey, there you go. Comedy Central, man, they're good. I just don't think that. I just talked about that Daria spinoff called Jody. That's not going to do well. Let's be real. They probably did. Are they going to do a reboot of Daria? They're probably going to do a reboot of Daria too, I think. And let's keep going. Deadline reports Comedy Central has inked an expensive deal with Beavis and Butthead creator Mike Judge for a reimagined version of the MTV classic. So now the question is, are they going to keep the old art style? Or are they going to, is it still going to look like this, but with slightly better animation? Or are they going to reboot the entire animation style? I have no idea. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But yeah, the revival has received a 2-season order. So we're getting 2 seasons. So hey, no matter what, we already get half as much as the original, 4 years. I'm assuming the original got 4 seasons because it was 4 years. 1993 to 97, 4 years, right? Yeah. So yeah, so you're already getting half as many seasons as the original, basically, with the option for additional spin-offs and specials. So yeah, look at that. You could even get, if they introduce a whole bunch of new characters, might even see some new shows like Daria and Jody, and maybe some actually good ones though. Anyway, under the deal, Judge will write and produce a revival. Oh, it also mentioned that he voiced. Did I read past that part? I think it mentioned someone that he voiced both the characters. One guy, Mike Judge, voices both of the guys. That's pretty interesting that he voices both of the main characters. It's kind of like Matt, just like South Park, where they voice majority of the characters, just 2 guys. But yeah, let's keep going. Under the deal, Judge will write and produce the revival. He'll also return to voice. Oh, there it is. I should have read one more line. Jesus. He'll also return to voicing the 2 titular characters. So yeah, he voices both of them. Very interesting. Some people just have the range, And let's finish up here. The reimagining of Beavis and Butthead is part of a planned programming shift at Comedy Central, aimed at growing its portfolio of animated content for the sake of building several shows around the long-running South Park. Yeah, did they ever do I've been watching South Park for years. I'm surprised they didn't ever do a spin-off of South Park. Just let somebody else do it. Just... I think back in the day, if you guys remember South Park, there was this one character named Pip. and like Pip would kind of like go off and have his own adventures sometimes. They could have did a Pip spinoff, or like who would get a spinoff without like Towley? Towley could get a spinoff. No, Mr. What's his name? Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. Mr. Hanky getting actually Jesus Christ could do a pretty good spinoff too, or the devil Satan. They could have all the characters that died on South Park, and then like whenever they die in South Park, they go to like hell, and like, yeah, that would be cool actually. South Park spinoff of the afterlife, yeah. All the characters they've killed off, yeah, I'd watch that. I'd watch it. A spin. Hold on, and then a spinoff of Daria, led by Tracy Ellis Ross, is another component of this shift. So yeah, that was Jody. That's new show coming out, and it's looking to be pretty woke. I made a video. If you guys want to go watch that, go ahead. Thank you, and or please and thank you. And let's finish up here. Judge has kept busy since Beavis and Butt-Head concluded its initial run. Co-creators King of the Hill and Silicon Valley. So yeah, he's been around the block. He even produced new episodes of Beavis and Butt-Head, which premiered in 2011. I haven't seen those. Didn't know that either. So there you go. If you're a fan of Beavis and Butt-Head, you might have missed some episodes there. And a lot has changed since then. And there is an argument to be made that the show, for good and ill, was very much a product of its time. It could be a product of its time, but then again, I think that, it's such an iconic name, and the characters have such like an iconicness to them. They could make a comeback. I could see it being relevant still. And it will be interesting to see what reimagined version of Beavis and Butt-Head will entail. So yeah, folks, that's it. Beavis and Butt-Head's coming. Am I excited for it? My hype level is like a 5 out of 10, or maybe a 6. Comedy Central makes some good stuff sometimes, especially South Park, which is one of my favorite shows ever. So hopefully this can be good. Who knows if it has continuity? I'm a fan of continuity these days. It's pretty hard. I don't watch cartoons a lot of time if they don't have like some level of continuity nowadays. When I was a kid, I used to just watch whatever the hell, but nowadays it's like, you got to really get me in there, get me invested. And but Beavis and Butt-Head, I'll probably check out a few episodes here and there for sure. Or maybe if the seasons are short and they're only like 15, 20 episodes, maybe I'll just watch the whole go and like a binge watch it. But Beavis and Butt-Head on the way. I brought you the news there. Why not talk to me in the comments and go ahead and subscribe. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.